I'm joined by one of our students, Michael Valadares. And the reason we actually both wanted to do this video is I kind of want to give some insight into, we get a lot of the how long does it take question, how long will it take me to get where I need to be? And it's an impossible question to answer. And I want to just kind of give you some reality to that, because everybody's journey into this profession and ultimately to success, and there's obviously, again, different ideas of what success may be. Let's just talk about it from the perspective of cash flow, whatever that might be. Everybody's journey to that point is different because everybody is unique in what they already know, right? Everybody's unique in the way that they apply themselves and how they learn. And all of these different things go into that sort of melting pot that really kind of come together to, are we going to get where we want to be or are we not? And if we're not, what is it we need to start working on? So I wanted to focus on that reality, and Michael here's been going through that reality, definitely sort of come out the other side of that, I would say now. But the journey's not over, and that's the point. It's a journey. You never really finish that evolution of growth, which is what is required to get to that success. So Michael, welcome. Thanks for your time. Just before we kind of got into this recording, you were just explaining, I guess, the journey into loan brokering. You were in the Marines, right? You retired from the Marines. There was a period of kind of decompression in terms of, I guess, that reassimilation, isn't it? To have from that world into another world. Kind of let's pick it up there and let's just talk about, okay, what happened when you got into loan brokering and kind of the journey since then to today.
Yeah, everybody's journey is different, and I took a couple months off and did some research on what I could do from home, because I knew I didn't want to work for anybody else. So I started my business from scratch, loan brokering, set up relationships with lenders. It was tough the first couple months. I didn't know the marketing portion. So I knew I needed a little bit of help there, and got involved in one program and almost got involved in another. And it did somewhat help, but it just wasn't giving me I wasn't getting the results that I was looking for. On my own, it did take me about 7 months before I funded my first deal. But hey, it paid off, so I just kept on going. And, it's just, I just, had that desire to succeed. And I've seen it, like you said, people have different, paths. Some people like me start with no network, starting fresh, brand new. Others have been working with business owners. And I think that's where sometimes the people that like me, that when you first get started, you see somebody right off the bat, fund deals, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? But it's, everybody starts out at a different level, and everybody gets to a certain level at a different time period,
Absolutely true. 100% true. Like when you say you were looking at other people getting success and then asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? What was your next step from that? Like, how did you kind of get yourself back from that situation so that you carried on?
It was more looking at what exactly am I doing? Am I putting forth the effort? Am I making the calls? Am I reaching out to people? Am I, at first I didn't have goals. And when I mean goals, like daily amount of people that I need to reach out to on a daily basis to build up my pipeline, so I break my goals. That's one of the things I learned from Capital Solutions, is to break everything down to get to where you want to be. What is it going to take on a daily basis and show up on a daily basis, so it made me more effective in generating organic leads.
I think, yeah, I want to sort of touch on something there, because we always, it's so easy to be overwhelmed, isn't it? Especially when you don't know what you don't know. There's all this information, and you're looking at other people getting success and you're thinking, hang on, it's not working for me. And it's really difficult, I think, sometimes to find answers, because you don't even know what questions you should even be asking to get the answers. A lot of it, especially when you're starting out, right? It's just an emotional ball of like, what do I do? How do I make my money here? And as you said there, that the trick is, and we teach this, guys, is to break everything down into daily tasks, right? Any outcome anybody ever wants in life can actually be broken down into steps, because otherwise we wouldn't get there. We would never get these outcomes that we want if there wasn't something happening. Now, most of the time we're over that way, you know, all of these different places, but as long as we're moving forward, we will get there, right? But Michael, from your perspective, what do you think then, from having them broken things down, has been the trick to actually then producing results? What's been the main thing that you feel you've changed to start getting results?
You know, I make sure I spend specific time in my day. I have my day planned out. Do that on a daily basis now to ensure I have time for prospecting. You know, that's kind of the bread and butter of it. Even if I have applications in, if I've got something in underwriting, I know that I have to still set some time every day to make sure that I'm reaching out to new people, getting my word out, you know. And it just kind of, I had to remind myself of what I had to do on recruiting duty, you know, and leave myself on my own, because as a Marine recruiter on independent duty, you're on your own. And, you know, I just kind of had to be reminded of that, and having the support of, you know, makes it that much more simpler. You know, it's already hard, but, you know, knowing you have a back team support, if I have questions, you know, my account executive is there to answer the questions, so I don't have to go at it alone.
Yeah, exactly that. We put a lot of effort into support, guys, because we understand that, you know, we've done this. I mean, your 7 month to funding your first deal was actually, it beat mine because I was 8 months. And you know what that journey is like when you don't have any support. And often, you know, again, you know this. Can you do this? Let's ask the question. Can you, based on your experience now, learn and master this profession so that you're profitable by watching videos?
No, you have to do it. You have to do it. I mean, you can watch them, you can read, but it's just going out there and doing it. And if you make a mistake, oh well, half the time the people don't know. You know, you just go out there and do it, and that's how you learn. You don't worry about trying to be perfect, and don't rely on that one person that says, "Hey, yeah, I'm ready to get a loan," you know, because something may happen. They may not have the score that they say they have, you know. So you can't rely on it, and you just got to keep
people lie, right? People kind of, and you're gonna get, as a loan broker, you will get that all of the time, and you have to, if it has your BS meter kind of coming on, you have to kind of develop this skill set. The BS meter starts going wild when you're talking to a potential client, and you can just detect that they're lying through their teeth.
Yeah.
So what? When you had your first apps in, this is a key one I wanted to focus on. Did you take your foot off the gas?
I did.
Classic, right? Everyone does it. You put this work in, right? You're trying to work out what the hell you're supposed to be doing to make it work, and all of a sudden it starts to work, and these apps start to come in, and then we cruise. We kind of take the foot off because we've done this now, you know. And that's when the second stage of learning, to what Michael was just saying, comes in, where people don't tell you the truth. You can have what looks like an amazing deal at the beginning, doesn't mean it will fund. All of these different things that come into play. And the biggest lesson you learn from taking your foot off the gas, having got a few apps in, is that you can waste 12 weeks and still not make anything.